Welcome to this episode of Doing Insurance Right. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, agent here in Phoenix, Arizona. And today we're going to go over of how much would you pay to have a local agent versus the do-it-yourself network of the 800 service. So recently, a study by J.D. Power and Associates, probably known for studies everywhere. They're in every business. Every business has paid them way too much money, in my opinion, over the years for studies about client behavior, what clients or customers would like to see, how much this is important to them, is this important to them? So the question was basically asked of how much would you pay additionally to have a local or insurance agent looking out for your best interests versus a do-it-yourself network. The average answer was $500 per year. So if we break that down, roughly we're getting to about $42 a month or so is what the average client would pay to have a local agent looking out for their best interests. So when we take a look at that, when we're competing with a lot of the do-it-yourself networks or do-it-yourself insurance companies, we do, a lot of people are like, well, price. And I completely understand. Budget's extremely important. Nobody wants to pay more if they feel they're getting the same. But let's be really honest. You're not getting the same. So here at the agency, I tell clients all the time that we're not here just if you need to make an insurance change because you got a new car. We're not here if you needed to, we put an addition on the house, we got a new roof. We're here to answer questions that you might have. Like for an example, we're putting pavers down. Is there anybody you'd recommend for pavers? We have a long list, especially on our website, of people that we do business with or currently cover their insurance as well, that we recommend that they do business with. So you can always go there to our preferred business site and preferred business partners and take a look there. Or you can ask us and we'll be more than happy to do that for you. Next thing we're going to do is we'll also help look over quotes or help you if you have a project that you need done inside the home and you've never done one before. Well, guess what? We have quite a bit of experience with that. We deal with that daily with clients. If they've had something happen in the home, if they're doing something to the house, let's say they're doing flooring or something to that effect, be more than happy to look over quotes for you. And I've got a few friends that are general contractors that'll be able to tell me if it's within reason, if I have any questions, or if I don't have any questions, if I feel pretty confident, I'll be able to give you recommendations on what I feel. As always, if you're getting something done, I always recommend getting 3 quotes, whether you're shopping for insurance or you're shopping for something to be done to your house, as your house is your biggest investment, that getting 3 quotes and making sure that they're all just not verbal quotes, that you're actually getting the quote in some sort of an email in a bullet point of exactly what they're going to do and exactly how much that costs. Now, I understand there are some variances, so it is an estimate. It might be a couple bucks more. It could be a couple bucks less. That rarely happens, but it could be a few dollars more. So in the end, as I've told lots of clients, it's not necessarily the least expensive price. A lot of times it's who you feel the most comfortable with, and sometimes that's going to be the highest price one. But you're going to spend your hard-earned money, and sometimes that means going with who you believe is going to get the job done and get the job done right. And that's what we try to do here at the agency. I'm not saying we're going to be the least expensive insurance carrier out there. Never have said that. I will say that we have the best homeowners insurance product out there, and I don't even think it's close. We cover things that other insurance companies don't cover when it comes to the home. I mean, drilling into the foundation and slab, there's not another company I'm aware of that does that. Having guaranteed replacement cost on a house, I don't know of another company that does that. I look at proposals all the time from other companies. People are like, your dwelling amount is quite a bit higher to replace the home. Well, I'm actually interested in replacing the home versus a lower amount because trying to get the price less in order to win your business. I'm actually interested in insuring it correctly. I don't want to get 3/4 of the way through the house and go, we just ran out of money. How do you plan on paying for the remainder of the house? Or do you want to finish it yourself? That's not what we're here for. So keep that in mind as well. When you're shopping, the do-it-yourself insurance way is probably going to save you some money. Just like if you do it yourself on a home improvement, just like if you do it yourself on fixing your own car, but you do pay for the service. The service is being able to ask us questions that might come up that are not necessarily totally insurance related, like should I make a claim here? What should I do? Or things of that nature. But, to ask questions on just maybe I'm doing this home improvement project. What do you think about this? Or should I ask for help on this? There's a big difference. A lot of people don't want to do it yourself. They want somebody else to take care of them. They want to be able to text the agency and go, hey, I'm getting a new car. Here's the VIN number. Switch it over for me. I replaced this car. They don't want to spend a lot of time on the phone. We will sit and text and email and make this as simple as possible if you're busy. We don't want to keep you all day on the phone either. We want to make your life simple. That's what we're here for. We're supposed to take care of your insurance for you. Okay. Another huge difference is going to be between the do-it-yourself network and having a local agent. Like with farmers, they empower us. If you did have a total loss at your home in the middle of the night, obviously you're going to call the 800 number to tell them let's say your house is on fire, it's burning down, the fire people are all there. The firefighters are putting out the fire. Who wants to be like here in Phoenix? It's still probably 110 degrees at midnight or 1 a.m. Who wants to be outside watching their house burn when that does happen? Nobody I'm aware of. With a do-it-yourself network of insurance companies, guess what you're going to be doing? Or trying to get family and friends up so you can go have a place to stay. That's not what we're going to do. If my cell phone rings at 12 or 1 a.m, I'm pretty sure that it's probably an emergency. Nobody's calling me to switch their insurance because they bought a car earlier that day to do that. So at that point, if I don't answer the phone, I'm going to make sure I call that number back to see what the emergency was. And then I'm headed out with a checkbook, and I'm headed out to make sure I get you somewhere with some housing, probably a hotel for maybe a day or two till we can find you some long-term housing, and to get you clothing, to get you toiletries, to get you things that you need if you need transportation back and forth, whatever it may be, in order to get you started on the backside of getting whole again. You're already going through a terrible tragedy. Why would we want to make you wait forever for it? So yes, are you going to do you pay a little bit more for that service? Sure. Is it worth it? If you've ever had a total loss of your house, dang Skippy, it's worth it. If you haven't, that's awesome that you haven't had that experience. We hope no one has that experience, but it is one of those services that you are going to get that you do not get from the do-it-yourself insurance companies. So it's just a few more things to kind of go over when you're comparing insurance companies. A lot of people are very loyal, and we completely understand that. Sometimes we take loyalty to be, I just don't like change. We make changes about as easy as it gets. It might require one phone call from you to do the change where we can pop on a 3-way call for you. Most of the time, though, we can have you sign a piece of paper that we can email to you, and we can send that in for you, and we can send it in by fax or email to the insurance company to have the insurance canceled. But if worse comes to worse, we can hop on a 3-way call and walk you through that with the insurance company to make sure that old policy that you have does get canceled, and any refunds that you're due do get back to you as well. So I wanted to thank you for listening to this episode of Doing Insurance Right. As always, if you could rate, review, or subscribe to this podcast, I would greatly appreciate it, as it does help spread the word. No matter what platform you're on, whether it be Apple, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, any of those would be greatly appreciated. And I look forward to talking with you on the next episode.